How about this Saturday? I don't think it's possible. He glared at you. It's a weekend. Are you ignoring me or mad about something? No, Jungkook. Why would I? Then why it is so difficult to go on a date? You sighed. Oh God, Jungkook, listen. Saturday the school is taking all the students for a trip, so that will be a busy day. How about Sunday? Are you busy? He sighed while pouting his lips. I'm going to Japan for a meeting. Oh, when will you come? Monday. You nodded. You silently picked the coffee and started to sip it with a straw while Jungkook was looking at you. Is there something on my face? I'm thinking of something. What? He adjusted on his seat without taking his eyes off of you. How about you come with me to Japan? You choked on your coffee. What would I do there? Nothing, just be with me. You chuckled lightly. Are you kidding me? You're going there for work. I don't want to listen anything this time. It's been a whole week and we barely met 2 times. Yeah, stop making me feel guilty. It's not only my fault. When I get time, you say you're stuck in meeting, and when you get time, the same thing with me. He grabbed your hand and held them between his. That meeting will be barely for 2 hours. I don't want to spend the whole time just thinking about you. You laughed. I bet you never do that. You don't believe me? You shook your head while laughing. All you think about is work, work, work. And when you really miss me, you always call in like, baby, can I come to your place? You said, mimicking him. Still, you never try to understand how much I love you. You straightened your face and looked at him. I do. And stop emotionally blackmailing me. I know what you want. He chuckled. Are you coming then? You sighed and nodded, as if you'll leave me with any choice. And one more thing. When are we meeting your parents? They are coming next month. Great. I will directly ask for marriage proposal before you even try to interrupt. You laughed. He suddenly got a phone call as he answered, and after a hum he ended and looked at you. Secretary Min, I need to go for a meeting. You nodded as he got up. Let's go, I'll drop you to the school. It's okay, I'll take a taxi. He grabbed your stuff in your hand from other side. I'm not asking you, pretty lady. He made you stand and walk with him. Oh God, you scared me. You said putting your hand on your chest as you just came back home after the whole day of trip with your students where most of the time you were only chasing them as kindergartners are so hard to handle. But you still loves them and feel proud of yourself to be a teacher because those little kids gives a lot of happiness to you. Jungkook chuckled and came near you. Did you like my surprise? You just scared the hell out of me. What are you doing here? He walked behind you and wrapped his arms around your waist, resting his chin on your shoulder. I was missing you. These words just melt your heart like a wax. I'm sorry. You turned to face him, still in his embrace, and cupped his face. I love you. He chuckled lightly. You okay? Did something happen? You hugged him and shook your head. I'm just telling you my feelings, stupid. He chuckled and wrapped his arms around you tightly. You are complicated to understand, love. Shut up. You hit his chest playfully while he laughed. Okay, now go and get refreshed. I've already prepared the dinner. You broke the hug and looked at him surprised. Dinner? Yeah, since when you are here? 2 hours? God, you're insane. You said walking towards your room while shaking your head, whereas he chuckled and went in the kitchen. In Japan. No, I'll wait here until you come back from the meeting. We'll go to some nice places from there. You got up and sat on the bed. I will get bored, Jungkook. Instead, I'll stay here and explore this hotel. It's just a matter of 2 hours, right? He sighed and nodded. As you wish. I'll try to finish it as soon as possible. You nodded while he placed a kiss on your forehead and said goodbye. Jungkook and you are in relationship from past 2 years and for him you are his everything. According to him, you have brought light in his dark life and after meeting you, he has changed completely from a complete cold person who never show his emotions to anyone to a very caring and loving who shows you how much he loves you. You met him during your visit to your friend who works in his company, so you went to meet her, and you bumped into him and spilled the whole coffee you were drinking all over his clothes. For him, it was the love at first sight. Flashback. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You quickly took out your handkerchief and started wiping it from his coat. Meanwhile, he was just looking at you as if he freezed. It was not intended, sir. I'm sorry to ruin your dress. No, it's okay. Don't panic. I'll wash it. No, it's okay. I'll wipe it. Your friend came there and her eyes widened when she saw the scene. She quickly rushed towards you. Oh my god, Ryan, what you did? Jungkook looked at you again when she said your name. You looked at your friend. I spilled my coffee on him. Mina bowed at him. Please forgive her, sir. She don't work here. I'll wash it if you want. I'll pay you the price. She grabbed your hand and whispered, Are you crazy? I'm sorry, boss. She dragged you from there while you looked back and Jungkook was also looking in your direction until you finally disappeared from each other's side. End of flashback. You were wandering around in the hotel after getting ready and today you have put some effort to make yourself look pretty by wearing makeup and a dress which you don't usually prefer. You are also excited to spend this day with Jungkook. You checked your phone as you got a text message from Jungkook as he informed you that his meeting is over and is on his way. A smile appeared on your lips as you replied with I'm waiting. You turned to go back in your room but suddenly bumped into the person who was coming from the other side as your phone was about to drop but you catched it on right time. I'm so sorry. You lift up your head and your heart dropped when you saw the person standing in front of you. She raised her eyebrow and chuckled, looking at you up and down while giving a disgusted look. You still carelessly bumped into people as always. Sorry. You was not in a mood to argue with her, neither you wanted to ruin your day, so you decided to walk away, but she grabbed your hand and pulled you back. Are you trying to run from me? Is that how much disgusting you feel on yourself? Are you trying to create a scene here? She scoffed. Look at you. After ruining my relationship, you still have audacity to speak to me like that. You closed your eyes, controlling your temper. What are you doing here in Japan? Maybe with some guy. After all, you always try to seek attention from rich guy by this cheap trick. Don't you think you should watch your mouth? Why? Truth hurts? Isn't it true? With this fake innocent face you snatched Jungkook from me, right? I'm sure he had left you after knowing your true face. I wish you have cared for him like this earlier, then you might have been with him by now. She scoffed. We would have been if you didn't came in our lives. You're such a cheap chick who uses men for money. I'm sure he might be regretting by now for choosing you. You smiled, making her frown in confusion. You seems to worry a lot about him. You looked behind her and a smile appeared on your face when you saw Jungkook walking in. You looked at her. Why don't you ask him yourself that if he's regretting his decision or living his life the way he always imagined? You waved your hand towards Jungkook while she followed your gaze. Jungkook slowed down when he saw Zuyu. She looked in your direction as you smiled. For your little happiness, we are still together. She scoffed as Jungkook walked near you and grabbed your hand. Let's go from here. You stopped him as he turned back at you. You know what? Now I really think that you deserve a cheap girl like her, with zero self-respect. She scoffed. You left me just to be with her. I wonder what you have seen in her for which you just got blind. She has everything that you can never have. She scoffed. You know what? You deserve her anyways. The kind of attitude you have, you only deserve a cheap and low-class girl like her. She then looked at you. You even know how to brainwash people. I'm happy that I've moved on, gosh. Even if you're telling us that you're happy in your life, still, it sounds like you're just forcing it. Good for you that you moved on, and for your kind knowledge, let me tell you that we are happy with the way we are. We love and trust each other enough that our relationship is better than anyone else in the world. Love and trust, my food. Just spill it already that you are after his money because girls like you only admire that. At least they admire something they love and not just use as a second choice. I never saw you as a second choice, Jungkook. You decided to break up with me for her. I'm sorry, Zoyu, but the kind of love I wanted to feel, I only felt that with YN, and I didn't want it to ruin your life. You never opened up with me about your feelings. You never gave attention to our relationship. Because I was never in love with you. I already told you that. Just because my family forced me to be with you, I was obeying them. And what's so special in her that I don't have? She's not even any match of our class. Yes, you're right. She doesn't matches our class, and that's what is special about her. That's what I love about her because she's real. She's pure. Instead of pretending to love, she actually loves. The way she makes me feel about myself, no one has ever done. I tried to love you, I tried to open up with you, but never did. My inner self never allowed me to do so. But she came in my life like a white sheet of paper where I can write my whole feelings without worried about being judged or insecure. She embraced all my insecurities. I can be a fool and can be silly in front of her, and still she loved me the same. I never forced myself to love her. It's just my inner self loves her each and every second. Your eyes were tearing up. In fact, tears already started to make their way down to your cheeks. You never thought you would be this special to him. You knew that he loves you, but today the way he confessed his love for you, it's just melt your heart. Look, I never felt sorry for breaking up with you because even you know I was never in love with you. I gave you all the freedom to be with anyone, to go anywhere. I thought about it like why I don't feel jealous seeing you with someone else or why I'm not possessive for you. And then I met YN. After meeting her, I got my answer. I felt those feelings when I'm with her. Aren't you even 1% sorry about breaking my heart? She said, clenching her jaws. I never gave you hope to begin with, and it was your choice to come in relationship even after knowing everything. He grabbed your hand and intertwined it with his tightly. Let's go. You walked away with him. You were looking outside the window as whatever happened few minutes ago. You were so afraid to start a conversation. The day you met him, you never thought you'd fall for him. He was so called to be your type. But whatever you heard about him from people turned out to be a myth. And the way people see him because in actual he was the sweetest guy you have ever met. He was different when he was with you, and slowly you started to fall for his care and the way he shows his love for you. He says that you are the light of his darkness, but in actual, he was the reason you moved on from your horrible past, those toxic relationships you have been in your past. He made you forget everything and made you believe in love. I'm sorry, Vayan. You slowly turn your head towards him. What are you apologizing for? He met your gaze. You had to face all that because of me. I don't care. I don't care about anything until I have you to defend me. Don't get me wrong, Ryan. I just truly feel all that about you, and I also want to let you know that how much I love you. When I'm with you, it feels like home. You hugged him to hide your tears from him. Okay, okay, my overwhelming lady, let me drive or we'll die together. You pulled back and looked outside the window to wipe your tears. I'm ready for that. But I'm not. I still want to spend my good time here with you. I have planned a lot. You chuckled. Now where are we going? Do you want to eat something first? You nodded. I'm starving. And also, I'll order the most expensive dish. It's your punishment to take me here. He chuckled. I'll buy you the whole restaurant if you want, my love. Oh, really? You said teasingly. You want to test me? He chuckled. No way. Jungkook, do what Jungkook say. I'm not interested. He laughed. 1 month later. You sat nervously waiting on your parents coming home. You knew that they were surely gonna like him, but you couldn't help feeling nervous. It was a big thing for you, and it meant the world for your parents to love him just the way you do. It will be fine, love. He said, handing you the cup of coffee as he couldn't help but to chuckle, looking at your nervous face. I know, but still. It should be me who is supposed to be nervous because I'm meeting them, but see, I'm hella excited. They were against of all my past relationships, and now also Dad sounded a little disagree when I told them about you. I don't know what will happen. Let me tell you why they sounded that way. You literally told them about our relationship after 2 years. Even I should be mad for that. You looked at him with powdered face while he pinched your cheeks gently. Don't worry, I'll make your dad fall for me. I'm confident that he won't resist my charm. They can never find a handsome son-in-law like me. You chuckled. You heard the honk of car as you quickly rushed towards the window to see a taxi stopped in front of your house. Jungkook walked behind you as he also saw a couple coming out of it. They are here. Your heart started to beat. You both quickly went towards the door and you held open it for them. You hugged your mother while your dad patted your head lovingly. Welcome. Omo, how come you didn't change at all in these 2 years? You laughed. 2 years don't make big change, Oma. She looked at Jungkook as he welcomed them like a gentleman. You gulped and looked at your mom and dad, still nervous. Oma, Appa, he's Jungkook. I've told. First time you got a good-looking boyfriend. I'm impressed. You looked at your mom surprised while Jungkook chuckled lightly. Let's go inside and talk. You nodded while Jungkook held his bag, following him to the living room. I'll bring something to drink later. Let's talk first. Both of you sit there. He said, pointing at the couch in front of him while you gulped and looked at Jungkook. Your dad has those cold and serious expressions on his face. Do you guys live together? You shook your head. No, Dad, he has his own apartment. He nodded while giving death glares to Jungkook. So what do you do? Dad, I've told you already. He looked at you and cut your words in middle. Can I talk to him? He looked down and nodded. At this point of time, Jungkook also started to feel nervous. I'm working as a CEO of John Enterprises. Your mom looked at you surprised. Honey, didn't you told us that he works as a security guard? Jungkook looked at you while you laughed awkwardly. Yeah, actually, I'll make coffee for you guys. You quickly rushed towards the kitchen. I don't know why this girl is like that. You are truly a gentleman who is handling her craziness. Jungkook chuckled. Well, I kind of like you among all the boys she had been in relationship with. They didn't last it for more than a week. You brought a real smile on her face. Jungkook bowed his head. I'm pretty sure that you will always make her happy like that. I appreciate your trust in me, Mom. I assure you that I will always protect her. Your mom smiled and patted his head. YN has already told me everything about you. I'm happy that she found someone whom she loves this way. So, do you want to marry her? I want to, and that's why I want your permission, Dad. Your dad smiled and folded his legs. You have my permission, son. I'll go and see what she's doing. I hope she doesn't set the house on fire. She left from there, and now it's only Jungkook and your dad. Jungkook was feeling so awkward right in front of him as he was just looking at him. Do you like to play video games? Pardon? He was so confused. Yes, Dad. How about a match then? Jungkook was so shocked with that, he never thought that this man who was looking like a cold father a minute ago is so playful. Shall we? Sure. Thanks for watching.